round 14 of the FIM MX1 MX2 Motocross World Championship kicked into life at the round of Benelux at Lierop, and it was Jeffrey Hurlings who pretty much stole the march right from the very first lap, leaving the likes of Jeremy Van Hoorbeek, Dylan Ferrandis, Tommy Searle and Max Anstey to fight over the scraps for second position. Max Anstey eventually went through on Tommy Searle to go into fourth place, and then he caught and found a way past Dylan Ferrandis, who then threw his Kawasaki down on the ground. That put Anstey into third. Tommy Searle was fourth at that point. Jake Nichols was having a good ride in fifth. Dylan Ferrandis remounted in sixth place, but then would fall again down to 31st and would only finish in 27th position. But Jeffrey Hurlings said he wanted to win by at least a minute. Well, he worked his magic around this tough Lierop circuit and eventually won by 2 minutes and 4 seconds, 2 minutes and 7 seconds in moto number one. The only guy not to be lapped was his teammate, Jeremy Van Hoorbeek. So it was a win for Hurlings, Van Hoorbeek second, Anstey, Searle, Nichols third, fourth and fifth, but they were all lapped in moto number one. MX1 race one, and it was the Red Bull KTM number 12 of Max Nagu who stole a march into the lead immediately. Tony Cairoli could only gate down in seventh place, got squeezed through the first turn, so it was left to Max Nagu, who pulled clear pretty early on, and the 21 of Gauthier Paulin and Rui Gonçalves. Sean Simpson though came under pressure from Ken Didika. He eventually got through into third place. Tony Cairoli then suddenly burst into life, found a way past Gauthier Paulin, and he climbed up into second position, passing Ken Didika as well on the way, and Sean Simpson. So then Paulin then tried to trail the number 9 of Ken Didika, but then had to move aside as Clement de Salle came through briefly. Clement de Salle fighting a hand injury that he picked up at the British Grand Prix, but Max Nagu though eventually lost the lead on lap 13 as Tony Cairoli on the right hand side eventually found a way through, made it look pretty easy as a result. But it was Cairoli from Nagu to Didika, a Red Bull KTM 1, 2, 3. Tanel Lierop was fourth, Gauthier Paulin fifth. MX2 race 2. Hurlings up the inside, but it was Tommy Searle about 7 gates over who ran wide, took the whole shot initially, but allowed Hurlings to go through. Max Anstey had another great ride through the field from 8th. Eventually would get through into third position. Jeremy Van Hoorbeek wasn't so hot out of the gate though, as Anstey moved up past Dylan Ferrandis, and that was for 6th position. Van Hoorbeek found a way past Tommy Searle as he found his way through the field, and he would eventually go on and take second position in the race. Max Anstey found a way past the number 7 of Arnold Tonis, who thought he was going to run it a little bit hot and wide into that penultimate corner, but once again Jeffrey Hurlings doing a proper demolition job on the rest of the field. This time he was more than 2 minutes ahead, 2:04 in fact, lapping up to Tommy Searle but not including Tommy Searle, and it was Hurlings, Van Hoorbeek, Anstey again, the same as race 1. Tommy Searle was 4th, Tonis was 5th this time around. Of course Jeffrey Hurlings would then win the overall Grand Prix, but that's 16 race wins for the season, 8 overall victories as well, and 15 career victories. He now has a 65 point advantage over Tommy Searle. Of course he retains the championship lead, just needs a handful of points to seal the deal in Italy.
I gotta thank all the crowd who came here today to support me. They did a great job, and I went from England where everybody pretty much hated me or was for Tommy, and now all those Dutch fans is just crazy. It was just crazy, they were supporting me all over the track. It was great. So never could do it without Red Bull KTM Racing Team. They did a great job, and hope all the guys at home on TV and the fans here like my racing today. I did my best, and look forward to next week.
In MX1 race 2, Didika, Cairoli up the inside, but it was Max Nagu who swung clear, ran wide and then fell at turn 4 through the wave section. Rui Gonçalves on the Honda World Motocross machine got caught up in that as well and damaged his bike in the process. He bent the left foot peg and it was difficult for him to continue. He withdrew at the end of the first lap. Tony Cairoli led though. He made a mistake on the first lap which we didn't catch, and he cut that 6-second lead was cut down by about 4 seconds to Ken Didika. Tanel Lierop found a way up the inside of his teammate, Clement de Salle. That put him into 5th position. Then he went after the Russian, number 777, Evgeny Bobryshev, and it was a 3-way battle for 3rd position. First he found his way briefly into 4th before retaliating back here, and then the number 4, the Rockstar Energy Suzuki World MX1 rider Tanel Lierop, made a move on Sean Simpson to put him 3rd. Bobryshev would also find a way past Sean Simpson in the closing stage of the race. But in the end, it was a win for Tony Cairoli. 17th win of the season for him, the 9th overall Grand Prix victory and his 52nd career win as well. Now has 79 points on Commander Sal in that battle for second in the championship, or the championship lead. And he'll be looking forward to going to Faenza, the Grand Prix of Europe, in a week's time, knowing that he needs just a few points in the first race to take his 6th world title.
It's the end of the season, so normally it's a tough point, but I feel good, so I'm really happy, and I will see everybody, all the Italian fans in Faenza. Hopefully we're gonna make some good day there, good parties.
Well done, we'll see you in Faenza.